everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Andrea and I am here with my fourth update for the I Heart the 90s Project Pan. This is a Fantastic Ladies group collab that was created by Laura, and it is a year-long project, started in January, ends in December, all about the 90s. And as I always say, I'm an 80s baby, but I'm a 90s child, so I'm really loving all of the prompts for this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm working on 9 prompts somehow. And maybe because it's the 90s. That would make sense. I don't know. I'm working on 9 prompts and I have 4 rolling out, so I am very excited. So let's just get started. And again, no particular order, just the order that the prompts are listed. So the first one that I am working on, I believe was rolled in last month. It is Baby One More Time. A product from a brand that you used in high school. I never wore makeup in high school. If I did, it was something from Avon, and I don't have anything from Avon anymore. So the brand that I picked is Covergirl because I know that I had a long time ago, maybe in college, finished one of these Simply Ageless 3-in-1 foundations, so that is what I picked. And this was in my 50 Shades of Purple last year, which is why there's some extra marks down here, but this is where I started from last month, and I used it 8 times, so I'm up here. My goal is to finish this. It's going to take a while because I'm working on several other foundations, and this is going to be starting to get the shade is going to be too light for me in the summertime, unless I mix it with, I don't know, I don't even know if I have anything to really mix this in with to make it darker, so once summertime hits and I get tan, I might not be able to use this for a while, but we'll see. For right now, I can still use it, and I do really like this foundation, so this is obviously still staying in. Then for Titanic, flip a coin. Heads, a high-end product, or tails, a drugstore product. I think I just asked my husband heads or tails, and he said tails. So for the drugstore product, what I brought in is I have a bunch of these old, I have a bunch of these old Wet n Wild Megalast lipsticks that I bought years ago, and I don't really use them. So I wanted to use each one 2 times each to see if I still wanted to keep them. So this is the first thing I have met my goal on. So I have this shade in Wine Room, this shade in Spiked with Rum, this shade is Smokin' Hot Pink, and then this final one is Rosebud. And a couple of them are a little drier than the others, but I actually did still like all of the shades, and the lipsticks, even though some of them were a little bit drier, they still worked fine. So I'm going to keep them, but I'm also going to move them to my little section of lip products that I want to work on more consistently because they're older and I just want to use them up. So those are staying in my collection, and that prompt is rolling out. Next, I was working on Beverly Hills 90210, your most expensive product. This is one of my most expensive products, not the most, but this is my Natasha Denona Bloom Blush and Glow palette. Whoa, that's reflective. I have my window open, or the shades up, so it's a little more reflective than normal in here today. So this is what it looks like on the inside. And I wanted to use each of the pans 3 times, which I did. So this one is also rolling out. These are, for me, they're more blush toppers than highlighters, because obviously this is, I don't know if she has 2, versions, a light and a dark. This is obviously meant for a deeper skin tone than my own, but I can make it work, especially using this blush. I found the best way for me to use it is to put it on before my foundation because it's so dark that it will still pop through when I put foundation on top of it. The only one at this, the Glow Cream Base, I feel like is a different formula than the blush. This one feels like more putty-like and just, I don't know, just harder to spread, like thicker. This one I actually could get away with as like a cream highlighter because it shears out really light. But I have, as I said, I have my 3 uses on each of the pans in here, so this prompt is also going to be rolling out. Next, for Saved by the Bell, a product that helps your makeup last longer, and I picked my NYX Bear With Me Multitasking Spray. This is the spray that I use before I do my primer. I powder my face, I use this spray, and then I put my primer on, and this is a technique that I saw from Wayne Goss, who in turn, I believe, got it from Jordan Liberty. But this technique, I think, works, but if you have dry skin, I don't think it's going to be as effective as if you have, like, normal, combo, or oily skin because of, like, putting the powder on. But even without the powder, just putting the spray on would probably work, too. But that is how I've been using this. So let's see, I've used it every time I do my makeup, so 31 times in the past month, which brings me up to 60 uses, and this is where I'm at. So I don't know, I must not have used as much, even though I used it more, I must not have like sprayed as much because there is less of a jump from last month to this month than from the intro to last month, or when I rolled it in, not the intro. So I don't know. This is going to take me between 2 and 3 more months to finish up, but this will be finished within the course of this project. So that one is still staying in. Then for Easy Bake Oven, a product that is easy for you to pan, I picked this mini Kiehl's Calendula Herbal Extract Toner that Valerie kindly gifted to me. One, it's small. It's only 1.4 ounces, or fluid ounces. But 2, I use toners twice a day. So maybe 3 times a day, depending on if I shower in the middle of the day or not. So this is, like, there's the tiniest bit, but it won't come out. So I'm like, it's done. I only needed to use this 6 more times after last update before it was finished. I actually got 64 uses out of this, so that's not too bad for this little itty bitty baby. But this one is gone. Then one of the prompts I rolled in last month was Pokemon, a product that reminds you of your favorite Pokemon. And I picked Eevee because she reminds me of my cat Lucy because they're both brown and fluffy. So I picked this My Body Bakery Coffee Bean Ice Cream Foaming Sugar Scrub. This is a now defunct Australian like indie body care brand. This smells so good. It smells more like mocha. Like I'm definitely smelling some chocolate, but it smells amazing. I think I had used it once when I brought it in. I've used it 5 more times. So this will be done next month, but oh my God, it smells so amazing. So since I can't get this anymore, if you have, especially if you have any indie brand recommendations for like some kind of like sweet coffee body scrub, leave them in the comments below because this is amazing and I'm going to be sad when I finish it. Now I can't get the cat back. Okay, now this one, oh wait, no. Okay, next is Wazap, a product that is part of your morning routine, and I had my Pacifica Glow Baby Booster Serum with glycolic acid and vitamin C. I would use this every day. As of last month, I was down to here, and I used this 23 more times, and it is empty. So I really like this a lot, although I don't have a backup. Right now I'm using something from Andalou Naturals that I got at TJ Maxx that I'm really enjoying. So I might bounce between these two, but I really like this serum. It smells really good, and I don't really know. Like, I don't pay attention to my skin really like that unless, like, something's going horribly wrong. I don't know if this really did a whole ton for my skin, but I mean, I like that extra step. So I really do like this, but this is gone, and I use this in this project. I used it a total of 55 times, and I brought it in when I was a little less than halfway done with it. So you get a decent amount of use out of this. Next, for Got Milk, a product with a white product or packaging. So I was really hoping this was going to be done this month, but not this month. It'll be done next month though, because I think I literally have like one use left in here. This is my Andalou Naturals Kombucha Enzyme Exfoliating Mask. Like, it feels like it's empty, but I used it not last night, but 2 nights ago, and I know there's more in here based on like how it was coming out, so I'm just like, I wish it was done, but it's not. But it will be next time, so I've used it 5 more times. I'm not marking it, because I'm literally like down here. There's no point. I used it 5 more times. I've got 15 uses on it. For the most part, I really do like Andalou Naturals stuff, or the stuff that I've tried. I'm not a huge fan of this, and I think it's just because of the type of mask it is. It's one of those like weird gel masks that you put on, and it doesn't like dry, and it doesn't really sink into your skin. It just like sits there, and then you have to you have to wash it off. I don't know. I don't really like it that much. So this is not something that I would repurchase from them, but this will be gone next month. And like I said, I'm kind of bummed that I didn't get it done for this month, but it is an exfoliating mask, and like between facial scrubs and the exfoliating like overnight serum that I'm trying to use up before it goes bad, I can't use this maybe as much as I would want to in order to get it out. But like I said, next month it'll be done. Then for Baby Teas, a mini product, and I have a mini sample whatever of the Ulta Poreless Face Primer, and I'm like, oh, this will be easy to use up. I only use this on my nose and my like T-zone right here. I've used this 30 times, and I'm only to like down here. So this is going to be in for a long time. This is one of those like silicone-y primers. Like, it's very reminiscent of the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, which when I first got into makeup, that was my holy grail primer. I loved it. I do not like silicone primers like that all over my face anymore. So I use the tiniest amount, like I said, just on my nose and on my forehead, and this is going to be in here for a while because I just don't use that much of it every time I use it. So that is that. And I believe that is my last prompt, or my last item that I was working on. So now I'm going to go through my 4 roll-ins. I did this off screen. I didn't screen record. So you'll have to trust me that this is what I rolled. But the first one I got is Thelma and Louise, a duo product, which that's a movie I actually have never seen yet. I know it's a classic. I know like everybody goes gaga because it was like Brad Pitt's first movie. I'm gonna get roasted in the comments, but I don't really like Brad Pitt. So. But I do really love Gina Davis, so I should watch it at some point. I have this Zoeva Spice of Life Illuminator palette. They're supposed to both be highlighters, but this darker one is either a blush or blush topper, depending on how I feel. But it's Sweet Relief and Sinfully Delicious. That's what they look like. I gotta make sure I don't get it on my Natasha Denona swatch. So I think I've used this like maybe one time. So it's really, really pretty. And when I use this, I want to use both together. Actually, I want to see how they I want to blend them. I'm going to pull a Jaylon and do some blending. She really likes to mix her stuff. Oh, whoops. That's what it looks like blended down there. So I would probably actually just use this as like a blush topper and a highlighter. My goal for this is going to be 10 uses, and a use constitutes using both pans. So I'm going to use that 10 times. Then for Clueless, a product you were clueless on how to apply when you first got into makeup. So when I first got into makeup, oh my goodness. So when I first got into makeup, like Julep, the Julep Maven subscription boxes were still like a pretty big thing. And besides, you know, the nail polishes, they also had makeup. And they had these cream to powder blush sticks. And I bought quite a few. And I didn't really know how to use a product like this. So what I would do is I had like a bronzy one and blushy ones and like ones that I could use as a highlighter. I would paint, I'm going to pretend, I would paint a line of the bronzer, a line of the blush, a line of the highlighter, and then I would take my brush and just kind of like go like that. I didn't know what I was doing. So I'm much better at using products like this now. So this is one of the cream to powder blush sticks I have from Julep. This is in the shade Golden Guava. This is what it looks like. And I want to use this 10, well, you know what? I will say 15 times, like, because I do only have 18 prompts that I haven't rolled in yet, and we're not even halfway done with the year. So I feel like I have a little bit of leeway to do a little bit higher usage goals on some stuff. So I'm going to do 15 for this because it's been a long time since I've used it, and it's really, really pretty. So 15 uses for that. Then I rolled Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and this is something that is mythological creature themed. So I'm rolling in this NYX single eyeshadow in the shade Mermaid. This is one of my favorite NYX singles. It's very pretty. This is what it looks like. It's a good topper shade or even inner corner shade. But that is what it looks like. I want to hit pan on this one. I've had it for a long time. And like I said, I feel like I can make a little bit harder goals for some of my products in this project now, considering how much time we have left and how many prompts I have left. So I want to hit pan in this. Like, I mean, I've only used it a couple times. There's no dip or anything. So this will take a while, but especially if I use it as an inner corner, I don't think it will take super, super long. But famous last words. And then finally, the last prompt I rolled was Cowabunga, a beach-themed product. And I have this Pacifica rollerball in beach lavender lemon. And it reminds me of sunscreen in a good way. Like a more pleasant sunscreen scent. It reminds me, like, it brings back memories of when I was a kid and my grandma would rent a little cottage on Lake Huron, and my sister and I would go stay with her for like a week usually. And just like this is what I remember our sunscreen smelling like. This one I only want to use 10 times because I am working on so many other perfumes. I don't want it to be in forever because it'll already be in for long enough with the 10 uses. But that is the last item that I am rolling in for this update. I am really enjoying this project. And let's see, for next month, I will definitely have that mask done, and I will definitely have the body scrub, the coffee scrub done. I really don't think there's anything else that I will have done next month, though. So maybe the highlighter palette. because I only have 10 uses on that. But other than that, I am going to get going because my sister is coming over and we're going to have pizza, and then I'm going to go work on my garden. And it's a beautiful day outside, finally. So I'm happy about that. So I hope you all are having a wonderful day or night wherever you are. You're staying safe and sane and healthy, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye. I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know how to wave like a normal person. Bye.